on eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop. I have 7 sales to package up to ship out tomorrow. This is everything that sold in the last 24 hours. Today is October 18th. It's Friday. Post office is open tomorrow, so I do want to get these items out. Nothing extraordinary. There was one sale that was better than the rest, but I wouldn't say there's any bolos in here, other than some style things. So let's get started. The first sale is a bra. It is a very large bra. Women who wear specialty sizes in bras and things are usually having to go online to find them. So it's a good thing to sell online. I like that this one was wireless and it's super easy to ship. This is the Glamorize US size 54H wireless bra 1016 Magic Lift embroidered full figure. And I imagine someone probably wants this to replace one they already have and love. It's in a color called taupe, I would think. It's going to South Carolina. South Carolina. I like to say Carolina. Sounds very southern. And I'm going to send this out in a poly mailer. Easiest thing. Let's see if it'll fit in my 8x11, which nothing seems to fit in. Trying to, come on, grab one, just one. They're nice and thick, but I always end up having to fold things over further. Let's see if this works. I think it'll work. So I'm putting in an 8x11 poly mailer. Turn on my scale. I do weigh things prior to shipping, but I like to make sure that with the packaging and stuff that I've got it precise. It is, I'm going to round up to 6 ounces. And it's $4.43 to ship. I think I'm at a point where I can change my handling time back to 2 days. I've had it at 3 days for a while since the surgery that I had. It's been a week and more than a week and a half. That's the best I can do. Now let me figure out what fees are. I didn't do this in advance again. Just been busy today. Got a lot done. Got some things listed, photographed, organized, processed. They paid with shipping $30.45. Fees were $4.46, and this was not promoted, so my profit was $17.24. Next, we're going to do this A&A, which is a new approach. I think it's a JCPenney or Kohl's brand. I think JCPenney. Size large, moto jacket, faux leather, white zip-up, mock neck, pockets, motorcycle. Got this for free from my sister. She got it at a thrift store. I don't know if she ever wore it. Not sure. But I'm going to put that in a poly mailer as well. If it'll fit in this one. I think so. It's very buttery soft, and they do a really good job of making faux leather these days, where it doesn't feel like plastic, but it feels like a supple leather. It weighs 1 pound 9 ounces. And they paid with shipping $26.80. Fees were $4.03. So this sold through a customer offer, I believe, $15 plus shipping. My cost of goods was $0. 9. And I'm going to be sending this one UPS Ground Saver for $6.06. I made $16.71. Highly recommend you find the fashionista in your family. My daughter, my sister, sometimes she feels like my daughter, is the low budget fashionista. She loves clothes, but she's not going to spend an arm and a leg on them. This is going to Tennessee. Yeah, and that sold in 3 months, so that's good. I want to sell things in 90 days or less. Do you guys work on the weekends? I do. I tend to work every day. But then I can take a break if I need to, or make time for appointments when needed. This next item that sold is one of my oldest items. And see this piece of masking tape that has stuff written on it? That's how I would identify them back in the day. It's kind of embarrassing, so I'm going to take it off. And this is a pair of jeans that have been altered, which I didn't notice when I picked them up, or else I wouldn't have. Goodness. I'm going to put a thank you sticker over that mess. And it's going out and through Poshmark. I mean, at this point, I was going to take anything anyone wanted to offer me. Uh-oh, am I out of padded flat rates? Or are they just buried? They're just buried underneath here. My favorite for Poshmark clothing items, padded flat rate envelope. This is 7 for All Mankind, size 29, altered waist, skinny leg, super soft, broken-in jeans. And because they're altered, I don't think anyone wanted to buy them, but I did include the measurement, so hopefully they're perfect for this person. She offered me $9, and I'm like, yeah. Because I kept saying this is one of those items I was going to pull from my merchandise, but until I fill up completely on my inventory, I'm not going to bother pulling things. This is going to California. I always have at least one going to California every single day. That may be an exaggeration, but it certainly seems like it. So I'm glad somebody can use these. And let's see what the fees were on that. $9. My fees were $1.94. Well, let's see how long they've been listed. I listed these August 15th of 2021, so more than 3 years to sell. This is one of the early things I picked up. I didn't know what I was doing. No, I didn't know. I was learning. And I certainly learned that don't pick up 7 for All Mankind, especially when it's altered. There's only a few styles, I think, that really sell for this brand, and one of them is the Dojo. This also had a flaw, like a little hole in it. These jeans were not a good pickup. I only paid $1.09, so at least there's that. I made $5.97 and got my $1.09 back. Okay, let's do the next one. I really am glad that those sold because they've just kind of been haunting me for a while. Next is a lot of 2 Dickies women's flannel shirts. More free stuff that my sister has given me. And she gave me quite a few Dickies for women, and so I lotted up a couple of pairs. And I just love the color of that one. I showed you guys this in a thrift haul. It's called like free inventory or something like that. So we'll get the shipping ready for this one. This one also sold through an offer. Someone sent me an offer of $15. I think I had them listed for $20. I accepted that. They paid shipping on top of it. Looks like it would have been $27.20. Let me check. $26.20. And fees were $3.93. So far, nothing was promoted, but the next one was. Y'all have dogs? I do. Right, what did I say fees would be? $3.93. Cost of goods was $0. Get it shipped. Weighs 1 pound, 2 ounces. I had way overestimated the weight on that. It's going to go out UPS ground saver for $6.06. Excuse my sniffling. $16.21 was my profit. And these sold in 2 months. I have found that I'm using UPS ground saver about half the time, it seems, on these lighter weight items. It's just a little bit cheaper than the USPS sometimes, but not always. The title I had on this, Dickies for Women, size large, flannel shirts, lot of 2, plaid, outdoors, Gorp core, grunge. Gorp core is like hiking, camping, folks, Gorp. Good old raisins and peanuts, I think is what it stands for. And of course, grunge. I mean, in flannel shirts, are they ever going to go out of style? I don't think so. All right, next is in Texas A&M, size XXL, pullover fleece, thumb holes, embroidered logo, quarter zip. It has the little, you know, cuffins, I think some people call them. I bought this for myself at a thrift store. And it just was always a little snug. And I don't need this in Texas. I needed it for Denver, but not here. It's sold on Mercari. It's going to go to someone in Texas, in a town I've never heard of. They sent me an offer, I believe, as well, for $15. And there's no fees on Mercari, so I'm, you know, always excited to accept offers over there. I had it listed for $20. I'm putting 0 as my cost of goods because I don't remember what I spent. It was probably something like $5. So I probably should just put that, to be honest. But I made either $15 or $10, depending on the way you look at it. I mean, I could put the label directly on here, but I think I should probably put it in a plain. What do you think? I don't know if it's going to fit in this one. No. All right, this weighs, I'm going to round up to a pound. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Mercari has already been paid for. Going to an Aggie in Texas. And then the next one is another item that was a personal item. So I also put $0 for this. This is like a utility jacket, but with some pizzazz. I really loved this jacket, and I haven't tried it on in a while, but I just wasn't wearing it, so decided to sell it, and it's really cute. It's tartcollections.com. don't know that brand. Plus size 1X windbreaker, olive utility jacket, roll sleeve hood. And it's just cute. It can be buttoned and zipped up a few different ways. I had it listed for $24 and they bought it for $19. I don't know if that was an offer I sent or one they sent me. It sold in almost a year. It took almost a year to sell. Cost of goods, I'm putting a 0, so my profit is $19. And this is going to California. And then there's one more sale, and this is the one that's the best one. It's a pair of cowboy boots. Dan Post is the brand. I do think that's a good brand. I would look up the style and not spend too much on it, unless with cowboy boots, if they're not a exotic leather, then they're not going to sell for, over $100 or anything. It has been my experience, at least. This is going to Utah. Dan Post boots, men's size 10, brown leather, smooth roper style, because they're not Roper brand, cowboy western. As far as I know, Roper's not like trademarked or anything. It's really a style. And then where did those Dan Post? The Dan Post boots did not delist, which tells me there's probably something wrong with the URL like there was yesterday. So I'm going to update it in the listing if I need to. Yeah, it's got a different URL. So I'm going to mark as sold. And these sold, is this full price? Yeah, full price sale of $68 plus shipping. And these were promoted, so I'll have to add my fees together. They paid with shipping $84.35. And then I gotta add the fees. I only paid $2.50 for these. I must have gotten them at a garage sale. I think I got them at a garage sale this summer. So $19.50. 1944 were my fees. And my profit was, we put $19.44 as the fees. Okay, my profit was $62.41. Actually, I got these at a church sale for $2.50. I think that was my average cost of goods. All right, I'm going to figure out which box to put them in. I had like the perfect box yesterday, but then I used it. Here. No, you know what? It's too narrow. It's too narrow, so I cannot use that one. Well, dang, guys, this one's maybe a little too narrow as well. This is this shape. You can put it in. For the love of God. Are you kidding me? I'm just gonna do it sideways. $16 by 11 by 8. 16 by 11 by 8. It weighs 310. I'm sorry for the sniffling. I just want to get it done and not want to get up and go blow my nose. 16 by 12 by 8 is what it says. Okay. $8.98. Actually, $8.18. No, that's probably flat rate. I can't send it flat rate. Yeah, $8.98. It's what it'll cost me to ship. So my profit was actually $53.43. I forgot. I said earlier what my profit was, but no, I hadn't put the shipping in yet. I usually just put my label right over the old label. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 items. Let me check the date on all of these. These sold in 3 months. All right, I'm going to go to analytics in Vendoo and look up how much I made today. Not too far away from my goal. I'm getting closer on these single days. Total revenue was $210.80. Total profit $143.56. And I'm trying to hit $200 profit every day. I want to hit that by the end of the year, like start to make $200. So far I've hit it once. And then next year, that be my goal. I have to also keep in mind, though, that there's the ups and downs of reselling. And so, while sales are picking up right now, they're not that great year-round. Just to keep in mind. So that's my goal, and I got to have one. I got to shoot for something, right? Guys, if you are new to my channel, please click subscribe if you want to see more of what sold. I do this every day or two, and then I'll fill in with haul videos to show you what I've picked up, where, and how much I've paid. I also give you things like average sale price and sell-through rate so you can have an idea of what I expect them to sell for. And all of you, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. It helps me out. If you have any questions, you want to ask about shipping or anything, just drop me a comment. I love comments. I will answer every single one of them. Typically, if it's a question, I will for sure. And just keep listening.